A mother walks into her kitchen and sees the mess. She blames the dog without thinking. 3 hours later, she discovers what her son was hiding in his room and realizes she should have been paying attention to something else entirely. The crash happened at 6:47 a.m. From upstairs, she heard it, that unmistakable sound of something irreplaceable hitting tile. She knew before she reached the kitchen. Her grandmother's vase, shattered. Water spread across the floor. Flowers lay scattered like casualties. In the corner stood Murphy, their golden retriever, head low, eyes turned away. Murphy? Jesus Christ! She grabbed paper towels and dropped to her knees. The vase had made it through moves, breakups, and years she barely survived. Murphy didn't move, just sat there, stiff as stone, eyes locked at her with something close to panic. "Mom?" Owen's voice drifted down the stairs, quiet, careful. She didn't turn. "School, now." "I need to. Owen, please." She pressed her palms against the counter. "I can't do this right now." His footsteps retreated, too fast. That's when she saw it. Behind Murphy, half hidden near the wall, Owen's baseball glove. A fresh tear split the leather across the pocket. She stared at it. Then at the mantel, 4 feet high. Murphy couldn't reach that. And she'd heard Owen downstairs before dawn. The dog wasn't cowering in guilt. He was sitting between her and something else, guarding, hiding. "Move." Murphy stepped aside. Behind him sat Owen's sneakers, mud still dried along the soles, the same pair he swore he left at school yesterday. Her chest tightened. She climbed the stairs. Owen's door was closed. She knocked once, then opened it anyway. Her 12-year-old sat on the edge of his bed, fully dressed, staring past the wall. Dark circles under his eyes, skin too pale, shoulders smaller than she remembered, like he was slowly fading right in front of her. "Why was your glove downstairs?" "Don't know." His voice was flat, ready. "Your shoes, the ones you left at school. Forgot I brought them home." She sat beside him, and for the first time in weeks, maybe months, she really looked at her son. "Owen, what's going on?" Murphy knocked it over. He still wouldn't look at her. "Owen, Murphy can't reach." "Mom, you're gonna be late." He stood quickly and grabbed his backpack. "Bus'll be here." He moved past her, but she caught his arm. Their eyes met. What she saw there stopped her heart. Fear. Not the kind that comes from being in trouble. Something deeper. Something that made her stomach drop. "Talk to me." "Nothing to talk about." He pulled away so gently it hurt worse than if he'd yanked. "See you after school." She let him go. On the drive to work, one thought kept circling. Her son moved around her like she might break if he leaned too hard. She called Owen at lunch, straight to voicemail. She called the school office. "Owen's in class, Ms. Grant. Everything okay?" "Yeah, sorry, just checking." At 2:30, her phone rang. Owen's teacher. "Ms. Grant, I need to talk to you about Owen. He fell asleep in class today." Melissa tightened the grip on the phone. "Today?" "Third time this week, actually. He's been keeping to himself. His grades are still good, but something feels off. Has anything changed at home?" "Everything. Nothing. I'll handle it. Thank you." She told the charge nurse she had a migraine and was out the door 5 minutes later. Owen's father had been receding for months. Visits turned to calls, calls to texts, texts to silence. Owen never complained. She pulled into the driveway at 4:35. The bus came at 4:10. Murphy was waiting at the door, tail wagging, eyes watching her like he'd been counting the minutes. "What's going on, boy?" Murphy headed upstairs without her, stopped outside Owen's room, scratched at the door, whined, insistent. "He's not home yet." She opened the door anyway. Murphy went straight to the closet, pawing at it. She opened it. At first, everything looked normal. Then Murphy pushed past the hanging clothes. The back wall was covered in drawings, dozens of them. Melissa stepped closer, legs shaking. The drawings weren't violent. They were worse. Small figures, alone in darkness, sometimes surrounded by shapes with their backs turned, sometimes curled up so tiny she almost missed it. At the bottom of one, in small, careful letters, "Nobody sees me anymore." Her hands shook as she pulled them down. How many nights had she walked past this room? A journal, hidden behind the drawings. First entry, 3 months ago. "Dad forgot my birthday. Mom was working. I told her he called. She looked so happy. I couldn't ruin that. Murphy is the only one who knows I cry at night. He stays until I stop. Good thing he can't tell Mom. Broke the hall lamp last week. Blamed Murphy. Mom believed it. Murphy took it like he always does. Good dog. Sometimes I wake up and don't remember where I am, like I'm already gone and nobody noticed yet." She kept reading. Tears fell. Heard Mom crying on the phone about money last night. The lawyer, bills. She didn't know I was awake. I'm going to be better, quieter, invisible. She has enough. Mr. Patterson asked if I was okay today. I said yes. I'm good at lying now. Maybe that's the only thing I'm good at. Last night, I thought about what would happen if I wasn't here. Would Mom finally rest? Would Dad finally call? That last line destroyed her. Melissa collapsed on Owen's floor, journal against her chest, sobbing. Not quiet tears, real sobs that tore from somewhere she didn't know existed. Murphy pressed against her, whining. Front door. Owen's voice. "Mom? You home?" She heard him on the stairs, fast at first, then slowing. He appeared in the doorway, saw her on the floor, saw the drawings, saw the journal. His face went white. "Owen, I'm sorry." Automatic, reflex. "I'll clean it up. Didn't mean for you to—" "Baby, no." She stood, unsteady. "You didn't do anything wrong. I broke the vase, not Murphy. Was practicing my throw." "I know you broke the vase." She moved toward him. He stepped back. That small movement shattered her. "I'm not upset about the vase." "Then why are you crying?" His voice cracked. Suddenly he was 5 again, asking why Mommy and Daddy were fighting. "Because I should have seen this sooner." She gestured at the drawings. "Because my son has been drowning and I was too blind to see it. I'm fine. I'm not—" Her face hardened. A wall went up. "Owen, you wrote about disappearing." "That's not— I didn't mean—" he faltered. "Just a thought. Everyone has those." "Do they happen a lot?" His silence answered. Melissa crossed the space and pulled him close. He fought it at first, rigid and resistant. She held on. Then he broke. Owen cried against her shoulder like he hadn't cried in years. Deep, wrenching sobs from somewhere he'd kept sealed. Melissa held tighter, one hand in his hair, whispering words that didn't matter, just sounds meaning, "I'm here. I'm here. I'm finally here." They ended up on his bed. Murphy pressed against his other side. "Didn't want to be another problem," Owen said finally. "You have so much, work, bills, Dad." "You're not a problem." She held his face. "You're my son. Never a burden, never." "Just wanted to help," he whispered. "I know. But help isn't disappearing. Help isn't breaking yourself, so I have less to worry about." Dad doesn't care about me. He said it flat. Kept making excuses, but he left and hasn't looked back. The words hung there. Terrible. True. Your father loves you in his way, but his way isn't enough. Not what you deserve. That's on him. His failure, not yours. Because kids carry adult failures as if they're their own. But you did nothing wrong. Then why does it feel like my fault? She pulled him closer. I'm going to keep telling you that until you believe it. Silence. Then, I'm scared. Of what? That this feeling never goes away. It won't feel this way forever, I promise. But we work on it together. No more hiding. Deal? Deal. Melissa recognized the signs she'd been trained to spot in patients: anxiety, depression, a kid in slow crisis, and had missed completely in her own child. We're getting you help, a real therapist. Don't need. Yes, you do. And so do I. A breath. I haven't been okay either. Been pretending just like you. Maybe we both stop. Owen looked at Murphy. What about him? You mad at Murphy? Mad at Murphy? He's been the only one watching out for you. He tried to tell me the only way he could. Murphy licked Owen's hand. He took the blame for me for months. Every time I messed up, he just accepted it, like he knew I couldn't handle more disappointment. He knew you needed protecting. She scratched Murphy's ears. Wish I had been paying attention. That night, Melissa sat on Owen's bed as he settled in. Murphy curled at his feet. Mom? Small voice in the darkness. Yeah? I'm glad Murphy broke the vase. Melissa smiled despite everything. Me too. That's weird to say. Maybe, but true. She smoothed his hair. Sometimes things have to break before we see what needs fixing. That vase was just porcelain. You're my son. No comparison. Grandma wouldn't be mad? Melissa thought about her grandmother, about love meaning showing up when it's hard. Grandma would have smashed that vase herself to save you. Owen smiled. Real smile. Closed his eyes. Mom, love you. Love you too, more than you know. Progress wasn't a straight line. Some days Owen's anxiety spiked. Some days Melissa felt like she was failing again. But they faced it together now, honestly. Owen joined the school art club. His drawings were still intense, but no longer hidden. Melissa cut her hours at work. The vase was never replaced, and neither of them needed it to be. This story reminds us sometimes the broken things in life show us what truly matters: love, presence, and being seen. If this story moved you, hit like and subscribe. Leave a comment and tell me what resonated. Your story matters too.